Last year, the state crime lab was overwhelmed by a backlog of rape kits in need of testing.
Staffing shortages and instrument breakdowns contributed to the problem, but that may be little comfort to victims of crimes who are waiting for justice. Bella Kraft is here to tell us how the lab is doing now. Bella?
Monica Allen, I have some good news. That backlog has dramatically decreased, in part due to some new technology. However, about 30 to 40 rape kits a month are still being sent to the lab, so keeping up is still a challenge. Testing for DNA is tedious and important work. It takes time, lots of it. And for victims of rape crimes, that time can feel like an eternity. The delay was extremely evident when a little more than a year ago, the state crime lab had nearly 300 rape kits waiting to be tested. Now that number is down to just under 80.
So we've definitely reduced the backlog. We had several DNA analysts that were working overtime for approximately the last year. And so we have been able to get a lot of those cases reported out.
There are many reasons for holdups testing the kits, such as staffing shortages in the medical centers or at law enforcement agencies in the lab. Instruments can also break down, and complex mixtures take time to test. The decrease in wait times is due in part to a new software that tracks the kits from the time they are collected by law enforcement at a medical center and sent to the crime lab for testing.
We are able to see if different agencies have kits waiting testing, so we kind of know if there's potentially a backlog that could exist at an agency. It also helps us in knowing what our potential workload could be. We can also run reports in the system so that we know what turnaround times are and also the existing kit workload at the laboratory.
The new software also allows victims to log in and see where their kits are in the system.
Hopefully for the victims of those cases, we can get them the results sooner. We can potentially get them those cases prosecuted faster if we can provide that information to the state's attorney's office in a better time frame.
Penner says they're also working on getting technicians certified in a new, faster screening technique to make the process more efficient. Penner says the lab strives to have a 60-day turnaround from the time the kits are collected at the lab to the end of testing. Right now, that time is slightly above the mark.
All right, thanks a lot, Bella.